Hello everyone, welcome to the very first Midwest Wargaming Guild Ball Battle Report. My name is Dan, and for this first Battle Report, you'll be seeing my Butchers versus my brother's Brewers. To start off the game, we each grabbed some plot cards. I have Superfan. Instead of making a goal kick, the controlling player may place the ball marker in possession of a friendly model within 6. Field Dressing. Model may immediately use Take a Breather to remove conditions without spending NP. And Who Are You? The enemy model gains a Vengeance token. When a friendly model makes an attack against an enemy model that has a Vengeance token, the friendly model may remove the Vengeance token to gain +4 hits. Now for Mike's plot cards, he has Composure. Friendly model gains a +2/+0 kick for the duration of the action. Wingback, which is friendly model pays 1 less influence to make a charge. And Sick'em. Friendly mascot model gains Furious for the remainder of the activation.
Alright, so we are going to begin this game without drafting. Mike and I each kind of had our own specific lineup in mind. And we're going to roll off. Brewers are on the left, Butchers are on the right. Brewers win, and Mike does decide to receive the ball. Just going through his lineup, he has the much maligned Esters as his captain, with Scum as his mascot, Friday, Vet Spigot, Mash, and Pint Pot. You are never going to see a lineup like that again on a video battle report. For my Butchers, I have Fillet as my captain, Princess as my mascot. Vet Brisket is down on the bottom of the screen. She's going to be the one kicking the ball. I have Vet Ox, Meat Hook, and Broiler. Alright, so this is kind of a unique game in that both Brewers and Butchers both start off with 13 influence. That's a pretty high amount for Butchers. I think it's a normal amount for the Brewers. Mike started off his lineup, and my lineup is set. And Vet Brisket is definitely going to be my kicker because she has the best kick stat. She moves 6, and she has a 3/8 kick. Now, I keep Vet Brisket on the side because she has an ability that allows her to charge models with 1 less influence if they're within 8 inches of board edge. So I kind of want the ball to be near the board edge, but I also don't want to risk kicking it off. So I kind of place it safe in the middle. I do fail my kick. It's going to scatter 5 inches to the 6, which is more in the middle than I had wanted, but whatever. It's not going to really change the game plan. The game plan is I'm going to front load Brisket with as much influence as she can take and apply pressure early on. So Mike is putting down his influence, and he has 4 for Esters, 2 for Mash, 1 for Scum, 1 for Vet Spigot, 2 on Pint Pot, and 3 on Friday. Kind of an even spread there. Now for me, I am going to, like I said, just put all my eggs into my Brisket basket. Hopefully she'll apply pressure. If she doesn't, I have 3 on Ox, 3 on Fillet, and then 1 on on Meat Hook, Boiler, and Princess. Those 3 are just going to run. The other 3 are going to apply some early defensive pressure. Alright, so the ball is in the Brewer's court. Since this is a new lineup for Mike, he doesn't have any planned turn 1 off the top of his head. But he's thinking he's going to just move Mash up 4 inches since the ball will snap to him. And Mash does have Super Kick, so I might as well use it. Kick the ball over to Esters, and with that momentum, she's going to snap 4 inches forward. Mash is normally a 3.6, so super kick brought him up to a 4.8, so he's a surprisingly good kicker for a big guy. I'm checking my position to make sure I can charge for 1 inch cheaper, because Brisket has support from the wing, so long as she's 8 inches from the side. She is. And I do have range to go after Esters. It would only cost me 1 to charge. However, she has gluttonous mass, so that charge attack is going to be ignored. But I still have 3 influence left, so that should be enough to tackle the ball away and kick the ball back to my team. So that's the plan. Charge, stay at exactly 1 inch away. Since it's turn 1, Mike doesn't have any momentum to counterattack me. I'm at attack 5, so I'll be rolling 9 dice on the charge. Just need 3s to hit. I have plenty hit, but we just ignore it because of gluttonous mass. Second attack, and looks like I got 2 hits. I'm going to do a non-momentous tackle and 2 non-momentous damage. By another attack. And this one's going to do a momentous damage and a 1 inch dodge. And for my last influence, it's time I get rid of that ball so I can keep it safe. I'm going to kick the ball to my captain, Fillet. Now, even though Brisket is a great kicker, she can't kick that far, so it's going to be short. But I'm okay with that, because that means the ball is just going to be scattering somewhere near my deployment. Now, I rolled the deviation first, but I think I was actually supposed to roll to see if it's a successful kick, so I do that. It was successful. It's going to go 3 inches to the 1, which means it's going to snap right onto Fillet. It's a pretty sweet turn. Well, I did get the ball, but now veteran Brisket is just lying up there like a choice cut of meat. So he's going to get rid of my unpredictable movement by moving his least effective melee character. Friday is going to walk 6 to engage me. And like a dummy, I just do unpredictable movement without thinking. And now Mike's like, I've got you right where I want you. And he throws a dirty knife at me. And like a champ, he sticks the dirty knife. So now my defense is lowered by 1 and I take a damage. That was a pretty good play by Mikey. I don't have a strategy. I don't want to use my characters that have lots of influence right now. I want them to be more reactive than proactive. So I'm just going to run my dog. And hopefully by doing this quick turn, Mike hasn't thought of another plan yet, so maybe I can waste some of his time by snapping the turn back to him. But Mike does have a plan. He's going to use Sick'em with his cat. So some Scum is going to charge me for free since he's so close to Esters. He's going to start his turn by doing his shadow-like movement, which is a 2 inch dodge. And then he's got charge for days at me. Gets me. I do the defensive stance, so my stats, normally they're 5-1. Or normally they're 4-1. They're 3-1 because of poison. And now they're back to 4-1 because of defensive stance. And based on the hits, I think Mike's going to actually get 3 total hits. And with 3 hits, that's going to allow him to do a momentous 2. He's going to attack me again now and get absolutely nothing. Alright, so bad but not awful. Alright, well, I'm in a bit of a pickle, but I'm also in a good spot finally now that I can react with my pieces that have lots of influence. Ox is the choice, but he is 9 inches, like butt hair away, it looks like. And for some reason, unpredictable movement is scaring me, but that actually won't do anything against a model that has a 2-inch reach. So whether it was a brain fart or not, I just mulligan and go over to Fillet to Quickfoot Ox to make sure that I am completely within distance. And then she runs to a very safe spot with the ball behind the woods. I figure this is also going to be applying pressure to Mike because I'm going to be scoring. He ignores that ball and he goes straight for the kill with Esters. She just hustles her tubby butt in there, gives herself +1 strength, which I think is basically just +1 damage. And with her attack of 4 +1 for the assist, she's going to get 2 hits. And it's going to be normally a momentous 1 with a push, but she's going to make it a momentous 2 damage because of that strength. Second attack, she buys 3 hits. She's going to make it a momentous KO. And now she's going to buy another attack. Just looking for 2s now. Oh, that's 4 hits. And I'm pretty beat up. I'm at 8 hit points right now. She could do momentous 3, but she decides to go with a non-momentous 4. Buys 1 more attack, and wouldn't you know, non-momentous 4. Brewers are now up 2-0, and I am down 1 vet brisket. It's time for revenge, Mikey. With Ox, with Quickfoot, I can target anyone I want, but I'm going for the fat lady. Right now I've got an 11-inch threat. Plenty of distance to get to her. However, I do only have 3 influence, which is kind of sad. So I gotta waste 2 just to charge that tubbo. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So I charge her. Now, I purposely put myself in a position to be crowded out because I had thought that ability was passive. So I'm rolling 11 dice when I should be rolling 10, because you actually have to activate that ability to ignore crowding outs and ganging up bonuses. Right now I've got 7 hits. I do end up catching it before I go to my table. So it's going to be 6 hits. And for 6 hits, I'm going to do a 3 momentous damage. Because I want to start racing for momentum, and I just want to really start pounding that lady. Alright, buy an attack. My attack is 7, but I'm rolling 6 because I'm crowded out by that stupid cat. And I'm just looking for 3 ones. I get 3 hits. And I guess I'm going to do 2 momentous damage. So that retribution turn was not very powerful. It was very lukewarm. I'm almost wishing I had Boar in this moment, but gotta do what you gotta do. Nice thing about Ox is if they try to beat him up right now, they're going to take a point of damage every time they hit Ox. That ability is passive. Pint Pot is going to run 7 laterally. Seems like a positional defense move. And Boiler, being very insignificant, he's also going to try to position himself to be relevant. He runs, I think, like 8 inches up. Spigot 2. Vet Spigot. He just goes up 2 inches, it looks like. And Meat Hook, it's going to position herself behind Ox, because if Ox lumps them all up, it's going to make her easier to Scything Blow. We do the roll off. Mike's +1, but I actually end up winning this, so I'm going to choose to go first. And start of my turn, I got to bring back Vet Brisket. I'm going to move her near the bottom of the board on the edge. She likes living on the edge with her that ability to charge things for cheaper, as long as she's within 8. I just got to be careful I don't make it very easy to be pushed off. Allocating influence, I am going to put 3 on Ox, 3 on Meat Hook, 4 on Fillet, because Fillet really wants to score this turn, if possible. That's 10. I got 3 left. I'm going to put 2 on Boiler and 1 on the dog. Pass it over to Mikey. He's doing some planning, some pre-measuring. And not sure what he's thinking this turn. My thought is I got two strategies. I want to score and I want to kill a model. If one of them fails, big whoop. I'll accomplish the other. But since he doesn't have the ball, I don't know if he's just going for pure attrition this turn or what. He ends up putting 5 on Esters. That's 5 on Esters. He puts 2 on the cat, 1 on Bet Spigot, 3 on Mash, and then 1 on Pint Pot and 1 on Friday. Anything's gonna happen now. It's clobbering time. I'm definitely gonna start my turn with Ox, and the cat only has 6 wounds. Even though Esters is easier to hit, the cat seems easier to kill. So I'm going to target the cat. I'm only rolling 6 dice because of stupid crowding out crap. 3 hits, pretty good. I go for a 2 momentous damage. Buy an attack. Ooh, I only get 1 hit. And this is where I make a mistake. I choose to do the playbook Get Stuck In because I thought it was a defensive ability as well that would make it so they couldn't get crowding bonuses against me, but that's not how it works. It only affects me, so that was a waste. But now I get to roll 7 dice on my last attack, so let's see if that actually does anything beneficial. And no, it doesn't. For my last attack I get 0 hits. Ox could not kill a stupid cat. Wah wah. Alright, it's time for the fat lady to sing. She has 5 momentum, and she's got a kitty next to her, and she is not impressed with Ox's flirtation, so she's going to pop her legendary. I don't know what her legendary is called, but I know that it gives basically like buffs to everyone. She's going to give strength to herself, and then she's going to give strength and agility to the cat. So strength is basically +1 damage, and agility is basically like an extra defense. So her team's getting pumped up, and then she's gonna start buying attacks. She gets 6 dice because she has the assist with the cat, and I'm a 3-1 with Ox. Now every time she hits me with Ox, she is gonna take a point of damage, so there is that. So let's see what she can do with 6 dice. Hopefully whiff, because I don't want to die. Come on, Ox, you can do this. I believe in you. You're a big, strong man. Don't get taken down by a lady and a cat. She's got 3 hits. That's a KO. Momentous KO. Now she's trying to hit a 2-1. She gets 4 hits. And she's not dicking around. She's going straight for the 4 non-momentous damage. Ugh. She's taking points of damage though for that one. I have 15 boxes left because of Lash Out. Now she kind of boosted that second attack, and she got 5 hits, which is gonna wrap and do 6 damage. Ugh. She's gonna boost another attack and got 6 hits, which is 7 damage. I have 2 boxes left with Ox. She's taking damage, but this attrition game is not going in my favor. Last attack, an easy peasy kill. Now we weren't sure if she takes damage, but based on reading Lash Out, it seems like she would still take another point of damage, so we just played it that way. And Mike's gonna use a momentum to heal her before he passes turn. Brewers are now 4-0. I better score quickly. It's 0-4, Brewers' favor. I really need to get a goal this turn. So Fillet, or Fillet, however you prefer to be called, I need you to do what you do. She is a 9-inch sprint model, 6-inch kick, but I gotta get around that forest, so there's some careful measuring, because I don't know yet if I need to actually use Quick Foot on myself, or if I can save that influence later to do one of those neat little bleeding circles that she does. Pain circle. I think I end up deciding that I do need to use quick foot just to get within 6 inches. So I go ahead and use it. I still got one left. Use that in my influence to kick the ball, or my momentum I should say. 3-6 kick. And we got a screamer! The tides are turning. I get an extra influence for that screamer, and we are now 4-4. I'm going to... When you score a goal, you get an opportunity to do a dodge. So I'm going to use one of those momentums to do a 4-inch dodge. And I want to get Fillet away from mash. Now dodges are kind of like placement effects, so landing on that quick terrain back there is not going to allow me to go 6 inches. So instead I just go 4 inches directly opposite mash. Get as far away from that big old jerk as I can. Alright, now it's up to Mikey to kick the ball in. Normally you would want to do like a quick rapid score and return, so I think but he kicks it towards Vet Spigot, which is interesting. However, his scatter isn't ideal, I guess. It's going 6 inches to the 1. But because it's just going to run through everyone, he's going to allow the ball to snap to Friday, which is probably the best target for the ball to be in right now for him. He's going to start with the cat. He's going to start off with a shadow-like movement, which is a free 2-inch dodge. And he's got +1 strength, which is basically damage, and +1 agility. He's going to charge my meat hook, who is a 4-1 defense. I'm going to spend my last influence to counterattack because that cat is badly hurt, and I want to make it bleed because that's what meat hook does. He's going to roll some dice. He got 3 hits with his 8 dice charge. And he's going to do, I believe, a momentous 3. Alright, counterattack. I just need 1 hit. 1 hit to make that stupid cat bleed. But thanks to the legendary, it is a 6-0 model, so I do not hit. I don't know why people dislike Esters so much. She seems pretty sweet. Anyways, back to my turn. I'm going to see if I can't finish the job now with meat hook. We're going to attack that stupid cat. Rolling 6 dice. And I think I get 1 hit, which is good enough for 1 damage and a bleed. And it's also hooked, so now it's 5 defense. It's going to make it very easy easier to hit now. By another attack. Now this time I get 2 hits. Now I only have a 1 damage on my playbook, but because the model's bleeding now, it's going to be 2 damage. So 2 more damage to the cat. I think it's like on death's door now. Its 9 lives are about to run out. Got 1 more attack, and that is a dead cat. Dead cat. I'm at 4 frickin' momentum now, and the score is now 5-4, Butcher's favor. Huzzah! Mikey is unwilling to concede at this point. He still thinks he has a chance. So rather than shake my hand and accept the inevitable, he's trying to slug it out and come from behind. Friday, his striker, is actually within scoring distance of my goal, sadly. She's a 6 move, but she has a 2-inch dodge. So that's going to get Friday within striking distance, but only if and only if she uses her gnarly heroic, which is I shoot better after a beer. With I shoot better after a beer, kick stat is going to go to 410. That's not good for me. 4 dice. 4 dice to hit a 4. Seems pretty easy. Alright, he's going to spend the last of his momentum, or last of his influence and a momentum to kick. He scored, obviously. He's not going to dodge anywhere. I'm kicking back right now. And I am seeing Boiler and saying, come on, Boiler. Be useful this game. Ball is going to scatter, however, right through Boiler's unobservant feet. And it's going to land in front of him just a little bit out of reach. I am a child and I want to score. That doesn't make sense. Okay, score is now 8-5. This is the Brewers take the lead. I need to score quickly. I can't dick around here. It's go time. It's now or never. So I'm going to really hope that Boiler's within striking range. And he's an 8-inch run. Yeah, 8-inch run, 6-inch kick. He's got this. He just had to move laterally like a smidgen to have the ball snapped to him. But he still had plenty of movement. And I got plenty of momentum, so I'm going to boost this kick, because normally I'd roll 2 dice, but now I'm going to roll 3 dice to kick. Show me potato salad! Booyah! That's how we do it, boys. So now the score is 9-8. My lead. My lead! And I am going to use momentum to dodge Boiler. I want him within snap-in range, and I also want him to be a roadblock for Fillet, because she's more important than silly little Boiler. Silly little Boiler. Alright, so he's going to kick the ball near Vet Spigot, the man who has been hiding by a box the whole time. Ball's going to scatter. And deja vu. Just like how it was a butt hair away from Boiler, this ball is a butt hair away from Spigot, so he's going to have to move a little bit laterally to grab the ball. Now, Vet Spigot doesn't normally see the table because normal Spigot is amazing, but Vet Spigot's not too shabby. He's got this cool ability where as soon as he touches the ball, it acts kind of like quick ground for him. He just gets +2/+2 movement. So Mike has a 5/8 move normally, but if he moves a smidgen to get the ball, that would make him a 6/10. And I think he's got an 8-inch kick. So he has to be within 18 inches. Well, a little short of 18 inches to score a goal this turn. Or maybe it's a 6 kick, I'm not sure. But one thing I do know is that this mofo is out. He does not have the real estate, does not have the space, he doesn't have the drive or the momentum to score this turn. He's just too far, which is perfect for me. Because that's one thing you often hear about in Guild Ball is just back-to-back scoring. So now Mike has to actually make tactical decisions, and he's going to move Pint Pot, who now I learned has like these weird little beer tokens. I did not know these existed, but these beer tokens are going to be used to buy a bunch of attacks. He has 6 attack, he does a damage and a push. Looks like a momentous damage. Boiler is going to attack him back. And I have 4 hits. I'm going to go with the KO, which I thought was sweet until Mike just said, alright, well I'm going to spend momentum to remove the KO. And I was like, well that was dumb. Now he's going to spend some beer tokens to attack me again. And again, I don't know what these stupid beer tokens are. But he hits me, and he does 3 hits and does a momentous 2. He's going to spend another beer token. This seems like cheating bullshit. He's going to use this ability called Smash Face, so he doesn't even have to roll to hit me. It just does 2 damage and a bleed. I am calling BS on this. And he spends another beer token, which apparently is his last token, even though he has 3 remaining. Last one he can use, is what he tells me. And he does 1 more momentous damage. I am just like in shock and awe, like what the hell just happened? What are these beer tokens? But I guess it's a learning game. Well, I'm not going to do anything too exciting. I'm going to move Vet Brisket a little bit near the board, positioning her at an angle so they have to move around the box if they want to get her with Vet Spigot. Also keeping her a little bit of a distance from Esters. Mikey's going to go next. He's going to have mashed potatoes move within 2 inches of Boiler. and try to spank him with his spanking paddle. He's rolling a bunch of dice, and he's rolling really freaking hot. Jesus, he has like 5 hits, which is Momentous 2 and a KO, and then a regular damage. I have 5 boxes left. Ugh. Alright, he's going to buy an attack. Second attack. Looks like 4 hits. Another pretty good roll. Poor little boiler. Takes 3 more damage, non-momentous. 1 more attack, the final attack. Did I live? I think so. No. 2 damage. He's dead. The score is now 10-9. Brewers retake the lead, much to my chagrin. But I'll show them. I'll show them all. Princess is up next. She's my last player. She's going to run in the little mud pit to get a little bit quicker. And she's basically going to take Boiler's spot as being Fillet's speed bump. Back to Senor Mikey. His last player is Vet Spigot. Spigot. I know Spigot's too far to score, so he's just going to probably just position it. He's got to move a little bit backwards to get the ball, and he's going to run near the little wall to get that +1 cover bonus. Game's coming to an end. Oh, the die roll. Mike's +3 easily wins. Gets to go. This is unfortunate. My one consolation prize is since I've scored 2 goals, I'll be now dishing out 15 influence instead of 13. However, Mike's not far behind. He's going to be dishing out 14 influence. And he's already greedily putting those little influence on his models. He's going to put 5 on Esters, 3 on Friday, 1 for that stinky cat who had to walk in, 2 for Mash, 2 for Pint Pot, and 1 on Vet Spigot. So I'm pretty sure he's trying to score this turn. That's my thought anyway. I'm going to put 3 on Meat Hook because she's right in the thick of things. I'm going to put 4 on Vet Brisket because she's my best defender as far as tackling and speed. Vet Ox had to move, and he's going to position himself as a goalie. I'll give him 2 in case he can charge something. Boiler also had to walk in. I'll give him 2 in case he wants to charge something. I give 2 for my dog in case he wants to charge something. Sorry, in case she wants to charge something. And then I'll give 2 for Fillet in case she wants to charge something. I'm all about those charges. I don't know what it is about a ball being near my goal, but that completely blinded me. I forgot all about my brother being at 10 points. He's not going to try to score a goal. He's going to try to kill a freaking model. And he can't go after Vet Spigot, or Vet Brisket, thankfully, because of unpredictable movement, even though she's the easier model to kill right now. So he has to basically speed himself up and go after Meat Hook, who's going to do a defensive stance. Oh, God. She has to charge, too, so thankfully she wasted some resources. So I'm 5-1, but he rolls like a baller and wraps. I'm going to do a momentous 2 damage, a KO, and a non-momentous damage. So now when he buys attacks, I'm going to be sitting at a easily 3-1, and I have 8 boxes left. Second attack, it's going to bonus time it, and he's going to do a momentous 2 damage, which leaves me at 4 left. So he really needs to wrap this next one. Third attack. Not what he wanted. It's going to be, I think, 2 non-momentous damage. Last attack. 4 left, I think. Yeah, I was at 6 left, 4 left, and he's going to do 2 damage to me again. So now I'm at 2 left. Still alive. Alive, and the game is mine. Check out my tactical genius for last round.
Luck, Dan, no. But killing one person doesn't win me.
Can't do shit.
So 8. I gotta actually hit somebody though. So she'd have to move over. No fun. Alright, so let's forget that. Let's do saving the meat hook. So she's gonna need to activate, hit some things. Ooh, shit, I can't shake it though because I have momentum.
You got no momentum.
This is unfortunate because I really want to reposition myself right there and start silently blowing you, but that's not going to happen.
Well, it'd be very good anyways. I think you'd lose a dice. I'm sorry, Dano. Game is over. I'm ready.
I just got to heal meat hook.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
So meat hooks, you need to go get some momentum. You still got. What's her stats?
She is a 4-1, but while she's within 4 inches of spigot, she gets 1 extra defense to be a 5-1.
So I have to. I'm only gonna get 2 momentum because the first one's gonna be gluttonous. I'm gonna get 2 momentum. I can heal myself, and I have to sacrifice my movement though, so I can't go anywhere afterwards. I'm doing this myself 4. Whatever. It's all I can do. So I guess he could go and tie him up, and that might be better. But then I have to get 2 momentum to heal. And then she's still knocked down.
Oh, I should have done it differently. That's alright.
Yeah, we'll go with her.
Sure.
Shit. Oops, yeah, my timer is going. Alright. By attack. Hopefully I hit you at least once to shake away your
Attacking
gluttonous.
me?
Yep.
So I'm gonna counterattack you. 4 dice. Sweet. I can't
Are you
gluttonous
through
this.
one? Alright, you gluttonous to me.
You got this.
You gotta get 2 damage though.
You got this. 4-1. Oh shoot! 2 hits, Danny.
What's it do?
2 damage.
Oh my god, this is. I cannot wait to read the comments on this video. They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah!
Alright.
Oh yeah, that's 12. You're good.
Good game. The comments are gonna be great at the end of that.